What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again from Server 1, representing IC and Tribes Lab. And today, guys, we're going to be covering Sasori. Yes, the Redemption banner is here. And man, these trio are something else. I don't know if this is the new direction the Bandai is going with AoE and maybe upping the single target damage, but if this is the new way, this is the craziest power creep I've ever seen. It's not even a power creep, it's like a leap. They've actually, pretty much nullified every other AoE in the game outside of any stunners because of the amount of damage that these guys do. Now, let's jump into Sasori and talk about why he's such a good character. Probably the best of the trio in terms of his kit. Not the biggest damage dealer because he is a D unit, but man, he just brings so much to the table. Now, I wanted to get into 5-stars versions to showcase to you guys, but that's going to take a little bit of time. And I want to also get Datara and Toby done as well, too. As you can see here, we're 130 out of 200. The extra frags are going, obviously, into his LBs to get him close as LB2 as possible. I've got him to level 75 and only tier 14. Resources are scarce, guys, right now, but that's okay. Let's get into everything. Let's get into the artwork. Look at this insanity. This man looks like, honestly, the new age Chucky. That's the reason why I named that title. This is terrifying. First off, the destruction behind him, the red and the orange colors are fantastic. He looks so damn crazy. Completely soulless, completely mindless. Just wants to destroy everything. Love the artwork here. I think all three of their artworks are fantastic and depict the character so well. Sasori, no exception. Let's go into stats. Now, you can see here his critical damage and his critical rate not that high. A lot of that comes from my Gamma, so it would be really low, but his guard rate is actually really high, 28%. And the fact that he has guard damage reduction rate is actually pretty good, so he can bypass that quite a bit. And then his damage increase rate, of course, is low, as his damage reduction rate, only because we don't have him at 5 and 6 stars. You'll see those go up as soon as you link up, but his stats overall aren't the greatest in terms of what it shows percentage-wise. It's his kit that actually shines, right? So his stats are decent for a D unit. So link bonuses. Now, in order to take full advantage, you have to have the trio. This is the biggest one out of all of them for all three of the characters, is the attack bonus. So make sure you get all three, guys, if you can, and you will definitely benefit from that. To get his defense up, you need Pain and Conan as well. So again, the Akatsuki. And then to get his HP up, you need Tsunade and the original Sakura. So the last one isn't that hard to do. HP is important for him. Pain and Conan obviously are one you hopefully have Pain already. And then the hardest one will be getting the trio here, of course, because they all sit in the same banner. So if you had some bad luck like I did in the beginning, you may not get them, but hopefully you have. Alright, so in terms of speed, he's actually a pretty slow character, guys, so you're going to need to actually put some speed into him. And then his tribe special, which was very surprising, is actually with Kankuro and with Chio, and it deals 240% damage to one enemy, including the extra 100%. The 100% plus the extra 240. Lowers all enemies' damage increase rate by 15% for the rest of the battle, all crit rate by 15%, and all guard rate by 15%. So not the greatest, because again, it hits one target. I don't know why they just make the whole thing AoE, but that is not the best stats for a tribe I've ever seen. So again, not a big fan of the tribe. Cool looking tribe though, I will have to say. An interesting combination of characters to put together. So let's get into the actual skill set and what makes him so damn deadly. Alright, so first thing, skills. Secret red move, performance of 100 puppets. So this is insane. So first off, it deals 100% damage and then deals 147.4% damage. Let me tell you guys why that's so insane. Let's take a single target nuker like Kakashi. If you look at his lightning blade, it does 154%. Okay, so that is close to doing an AoE. That AoE damage, that 154 right here, is close to what Sasori has, and he's level 89, so Sasori will be the exact same. If you look at any other AoE character, any other, you name it, let's just look at Datara, 43.65%. That is the average damage for any AoE character. That's throughout the entire game until these trio came out. All same trio has the same damage as a single target nuke. If you guys don't know what that means your character is hitting the same as a Kakashi, or is hitting the same as a Hebi, or anyone that is a single target nuke. So it is pretty insane to see that kind of damage from AoE. And again, if that is the new path that they're going, AoE characters are going to be the new nukers in this game, not the single target characters, unless they raise the single target character damage up. So we'll see the next banner. But anyways, so he does it to all active enemies. Lowers damage increase rate by 13.48% for all enemies inflicted with a status effect for the rest of the battle. Now, I want to clarify this. From what I've seen, when it says all enemies inflicted with a status effect, it means the active enemies that you are fighting, not all enemies on the battlefield, okay? So don't mistake in that. Also, remember, debuffs do not stack. So if you already have Kirin on your team and he already has done damage Oh, sorry. This is damage increase rate. So you're okay with that one. So it lowers damage increase rate, but the second one lowers damage reduction rate. That will not stack with Kieran's damage reduction rate, which is 22%. So it will not override. It will not stack on top. It'll just not even exist. And it also will poison the enemies for 7,700 damage for 10 turns, lowers all enemies attack by 16.48. This is the ultimate debuffing jutsu in the game for all stats. And also causes a status effect, so it helps him poison everybody. So this will be great for Abyss. This will be great for PvE content, especially. And because he's a D unit, he's going to take a lot of hits and survive. So this is a very, very insane looking move. So definitely, guys, one of the best jutsus I've seen in a long time. Plus that damage is just out of this world. Okay, so with Showtime, this is the same as I did before. 60% chance to poison the enemy for 10 turns. So that hasn't changed from the original Sasori to this one. Of course, he's going to get attack and HP boost. His puppet body, on the other hand, is really cool. Boosts all active allies' damage reduction rate. So he first off helps you with damage reduction, and then boosts all ally status effect rate by 3.24%, and boosts all active ally status effect suppression rate by 3.24%. So if you don't know what that means, he's essentially giving you a better chance to do poisons, burns, stuns, paralyzes, etc. And he's also reducing the chance the opponent can land those on you. So he's like a Hadan and Hebi SR put together in that regard. The percentages are much lower than theirs, but nonetheless, you still get the advantage because I think Hadan's is 7% and Hebi's is 5 point something percent. So you lose 2%, 3% here and there, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And then, of course, if you want to get him to 5-star and 6-star, you're just going to be doing more damage. Highly recommend it, guys. If you plan to use him, get into 6 stars at least. He will do so much work for you for content. It'll be insane. Gear-wise, I've got him to 65, 65, 60, and 50. Still focusing on getting that up. Scrolls and Talismans, 52 and 63. Vitality, you definitely want to get Vitality 1 up to max. I only have it at 10 at the moment. I'm running out of resources. Had to get this up for PvP purposes to showcase. This you definitely don't need to get up all the way, but it wouldn't be bad to have a 10 because he does feed off of status effects. And this, of course, you want to max out the moment you get it open at tier 15, which again, as you guys can see, I'm running out of resources because I'm showcasing so freaking much. All right, so let's jump into Arena. So I'll show you guys a match here. We'll just do I haven't finished all my arena matches yet. I still got quite a few to go, but I decided I'll stop here just to showcase for you guys, and then I'll jump on to finishing the rest of my matches later. But let me show you guys what he's capable of. So we'll go ahead and fast forward 5 till we get to there. So where do you want him on a team? You essentially want him on a team where his status effect can help people do better stunning. So, for example, I have him with Kakashi and Kirin, which will help them do a 3.24% chance to stun even better than they already have. So Kirin will be at 18 to 19%, and Kakashi will be about 33%. So he will help. If you stack more status effect with SR Heavy, he will just help out even more to help people stun. So definitely not the worst thing in the world you can do. So let's start off with this. So let's start off with our jutsus. So you see I have him last because you want the status effects to kick in so his DIR and all that stuff works on all the opponents. Now I need a stun to go off essentially for that to work. If I don't stun, then the status effect bonus won't take off. So Kakashi might end up killing somebody. Yep, killed Heavy. So here we'll see the jutsu for damage purposes, but you won't see the extra effects. So you can look at the character's portrait and their damage. So 182k and a poison went off. So the poison's guaranteed. That's just part of it. I think Kakashi pretty hard, and I'm assuming my Kakashi will die here. Unless I get a guard rate. Nope, dead. Okay, that's okay. Let's go fast forward. So you see the poison effect. So now at least one of them has a status effect. Now what I can do the next turn around, if one of those characters are available to hit with my special, all the rest of the stuff will follow. So the damage increase rate down will follow. The DRR will follow if Kirin hasn't done his, but he already has, so that won't stack. And then, of course, he may poison again, and poison does stack on top of one another. All right, so let's just go faster here. But you saw the damage. 182k for a D unit on a non-crit move is pretty impressive. Like Datara does like 600k on a crit, so it's pretty insane. But he's an A nuker and he stacks crit damage, so he's going to be the ultimate damage dealer out of the trio here. Sasori has the best kit in terms of everything he brings to the battlefield, and Toby is a good middle ground for everybody. So honestly, Bandai's done a fantastic job of representing the Akatsuki in this one. This is how they all should have been in the first place, but I guess every one of them will have an ultimate form. Okay, so let's take a look here. Kakashi has, I believe, poison on him. Yep. Now, if Kirin doesn't kill Kakashi, we're going to be able to see Sasori's move. Unless Kirin stuns somebody as well, then we can see Sasori's effects kick in. And if we do see Sasori's effects kick in, guys, look at the enemy's portrait, and you'll see all the status effects that are going to, or debuffs that are going to happen. So there you go. Naruto's affected. So, let's see. Unless Naruto dies, which probably will in this case. Yeah, he did. So you didn't see it. So normally what would have happened if Naruto didn't die there, you would have seen that character get all the debuffs. So it would have been damage increase right down, and then DRR would have hit if Kirin didn't do his, obviously. But in this case, he did, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, you can put Sasori on a different team than Kirin and get double the damage reduction rate down and help another character out. So he would go really well in the energy team as well with Jiraiya. Actually, probably better off with Jiraiya. So think about that as well too. I have him Kirin to help with the stuns for Kakashi and Kirin, but if you want to take full advantage of his bonuses, definitely put him in with someone like Sage Mode Jiraiya, who does burn. So put Sage Mode first, and then put Sasori, and then put, like, for example, Gaara. That way you'll take full advantage of the burn and status effect as well as this possible stun status effect, and he'll increase that status effect by having Sasori there, right? So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that showcase. We'll have Datara coming first. Thank you to Blue. He's fully actually getting Datara up completely, so I'll be able to use his video clip, but I'll still review the character with you, and then we'll just use his arena fight to show you guys, because I just don't have the resources to keep this up. I might be doing Toby next, probably next week sometime. But that will probably be how it works out going forward, guys. I'll only be able to do limited amount just because the level cap is so big, and I'm not even focusing on my main characters right now. If you guys look back here, my team is actually, sorry, go back. The team I'm using currently for PvP is not my main team. Like, that's just my arena team. My main team is down here. So as you can see here, I'm at 651 only. If I really was focusing on these characters, a lot of them are still in the 70s and haven't been buffed up. I could probably be closer to about like 680, 690 at this point, but and their tiers are all 14. Not 14, 16, and some of them are still 15. But anyways, we're going to continue doing showcases as much as I can. I'm going to probably go back to focusing on my main team a little bit to get them all up. But I hope you enjoyed the showcase, guys. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section, and I'll try my best to answer them. If it's any team building related stuff, guys, please send it off to the team building section of the main Discord. They will give you a hand. I don't really cover team building as much anymore because I've done an obscene amount of videos for it, and I've helped so many people out that a lot of people are still coming to me with the same questions, and I'm hoping you guys would, use that expertise and knowledge that I've given to you guys to build your own teams. I can tell you now for Sasori, though, definitely put him with an AoE stunner and a regular stunner, or put him with someone like Sage Mode Jiraiya who does burn. Essentially, anyone who does a status effect, put him last in the group, or at least in the middle, so the status effect goes off, and then he can get his debuffs on the characters. But please remember, debuffs do not stack. So if you have a similar debuff before him, like Kirin does with mine, it will not stack together. So there's no point in doing it. I did it again for the stun purposes, but if you don't want to do it for the stun purposes, don't put a DRR character together with Sasori, because then you're just double dipping, and it doesn't work that way. All right, guys. Anyways, Payne, have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon.